Hey, it's Steve, and I want to share with you the top 5 buyer objections and rebuttals on how to overcome those objections. You know, it's interesting. Oftentimes we don't need more leads. We need to get better at our conversations. I love scripts because scripts are architecting conversations that work. And so a lot of times when people hear scripts, they're like, I don't want to be robotic. But here's the cool thing. In our industry, it's rarely do I need to get more leads, but how do I convert more of what I've currently got? So I want to share with you the top 5 buyer objections and then the rebuttals that'll help you overcome them. It's interesting, 79% of customers will actually use the very first lender they speak with. And 92% of customers will actually use either the first or the second lender they speak with. And so what I've learned is people don't want to change lenders. They want solid answers to the questions they're asking, and then they want to be led well. So let me share with you the top 5 that I think are going to help you convert more of your buyers into clients for life. So number 1 is this. How many times have you heard somebody say, I'm still shopping around, right? Yeah, me too. I'm still shopping around. The quick rebuttal and the key to this number 1 script is, I'm still shopping around. Great. What are you shopping for? And you have to do it without even taking a breath. Great. What are you shopping for? I'm still shopping around. Great. What are you shopping for? And when you do that, it causes the client to say, well, I'm shopping for the lowest rate. And then you start going into cutting the objection. Great. What are you looking for when you're looking for the lowest rate? Well, they tell me the lowest rate's what I need, and I see that I want the lowest rate. Hey, have you ever realized, are you open to my professional opinion? Well, yeah, I am. The lowest rate always comes with the highest cost. Are you open to me showing you a better way? So what that does when they say, I'm still shopping around, it gives you the opportunity to say, what are you shopping for? And then go into other rebuttals as they come up. So number 1, I'm still shopping around. Your rebuttal is, what are you shopping for? Number 2 is this. How many times have we heard this? Your rate seems high. I love that one. Your rate seems high. Based on what? Your rate seems high. The rebuttal is, based on what? I mean, and you have to say it literally without a breath. And just know that's typically going to come out. Like right now, as we're in a rising rate environment, you're going to hear it with almost every consultation. When somebody says, hey, your rate seems high. Great. Based on what? And then they're going to tell you their lack of knowledge. I love this one because they're like, hey, your rate seems high. Based on what? Well, I was running online and, here's the other one. I was looking at Quicken, or I was looking at one of the online lenders, and they had a rate at X. And then you're able to really cut that argument more down to size. Like, hey, I was looking online and I saw Quicken, they have low rates. Cool, do you think the rates they advertise are the rates you would qualify for? Well, what do you mean? Well, if you'll read the fine print, typically the rates that are being advertised come with anywhere from 2 to 3 points and 25% down. You told me you were looking to put 5% down and you didn't want to have a lot of cash out of pocket when you bought the house. So are you open to me showing you a better way? Isn't that cool? So when they say, hey, your rate seems high, the rebuttal is based on what? And then as more conversation comes, you begin to cut those conversations down. And with quick responses, they feel you're confident in your response. They're just gonna ask. They wanna know, hey, your rate seems high. Cool, based on what? And then begin to cut the argument. Number 3 is this. I want the lowest rate. Has anybody ever heard that? I'd like the lowest rate. I've got to shop around for the lowest rate. Cool. Here's the rebuttal on it. The lowest rate typically has or carries the highest cost. Would you like for me to show you a better way? Hey, I want the lowest rate. Well, of course you do. Are you aware that the lowest rate typically carries the highest cost? Are you open to me showing you a better way? Cool. Well, now I've got a real conversation to now help educate them about the process. Buyers think that rate is the driver. What they're really looking for is the lowest cost solution or the best mortgage plan. And when you're educating buyers and they say those quick one-offs, hey, I want the lowest rate, man, of course you do. Are you aware that the lowest rate typically carries the highest cost? Would you like for me to show you a better way? And it gives you the opportunity to address their concern, put a period at the end, and continue to move on. Hey, here's number 4. My realtor gave me 3 names. How many of you have heard that? Oh, boy, a couple of things. When you hear that, now you know that you've got to go back and you've got to educate and help work with your realtor partner. One of the things I do is when a realtor partner does 3 names, I'll go back and I'll make sure that I educate the realtor and help them understand, listen, your broker may have told you to give 3 names out of compliance, but it's not required by law. Are you open to me showing you a better way? Let me have you do this. When you refer me, do this. Say, hey, I've got a lender I know, like, and trust. I'm confident he can help you through the process. Let me give you his name. And if you feel like it's not a good fit, call me back and I'll give you the name of another loan officer that I know, like, and trust. And so that's just a quick, I'm going to give you that one. That's how I would educate the realtor. But when the buyer says that is, hey, my realtor gave me 3 names. My quick rebuttal on that is, hey, who have you talked to besides me? That's simple. Who have you talked to besides me? Because I already know that 79% of customers will use the first lender they talk to. So if I'm the first, then now I get the opportunity to earn their business so that they don't feel like they need to go talk to the other 3 lenders or the other 2 lenders. Because here's what we know. Confused buyers don't buy. And the more lenders they talk to, the more confusion there will be. So on that call, when they say, hey, my realtor told me to call 3 lenders, fantastic. Who have you talked to besides me? You're the first one? Great. Hey, well, listen, I'd love to walk you through this process and give you a clear mortgage plan. We have a very simple 2 steps. Number 1, let's go ahead and complete the application and then schedule your loan consultation so that we can build your clear mortgage plan. In that mortgage plan, we're going to talk through sales price, monthly payment, cash to close, answer any and all questions. So let's go ahead and get started. So what it does, again, these rebuttals are intended to help you take the conversation to the next step. So my realtor gave me 3 names. The rebuttal, who have you talked to besides me? Super easy, great win. And you'll know, hey, if they're giving out 3 names, go coach the agent too. That's a big one. Hey, number 5 is this, and I love this one. How many times and I literally had it last night. I was working with a client. We were texting, and it was so funny because she said, hey, I'm not moving till the spring. I don't want to have a hard credit inquiry because it'll pull down my score. How many of you have heard that? I don't want you to pull my credit because it'll drop my score. Here's a great rebuttal to that. I've heard that too. That's not entirely accurate. Are you open to my professional opinion? So when somebody says, hey, I don't want you to pull my credit because it's going to pull my credit score down, here's what you're going to say. I've heard that too. It's not entirely accurate. Are you open to my professional opinion? What a great rebuttal. Because what I would do after that, now it's the conversation. So you get the objection, you need 1 quick rebuttal, and then you flow with your typical conversation. Like, how would you educate a buyer who says, hey, I don't want you to pull my credit? Well, I would educate them by saying, hey, listen, it's not entirely accurate. I've heard it too, but if you're open to my professional opinion, are you open to it? Yeah, I am. Great. Hey, well, here's what happens. If you have your credit pulled in multiple industries, you apply for a credit card, you buy an automobile, then you go to a department store, and then you get an Amazon credit card. Of course, your credit score would be reduced because it's multiple inquiries in multiple industries. But if you have your credit reviewed, I like saying reviewed instead of pulled, it's less adversarial. But when you have your credit reviewed, it gives us the accurate information to help you build a clear mortgage plan. And so if you want to take the uncertainty out of the process, then this is what the next step is. Let's go ahead and get started. And that's how it would close. So it gives you an opportunity to rebut quickly, educate the consumer, and keep them moving forward. So I hope you've enjoyed these top 5 buyer objections and rebuttals and how to overcome the objections. And so would love to continue to be on your journey. Hey, and if you want more help with this, things like these scripts, you can certainly book a free demo coaching call, man. We've got a great organization here. Go to freedomplanningcall.com. We've got these scripts and so many more. Would love to help you get better, close more without even doing more, really with the leads you currently have. So freedomplanningcall.com. We'd love to help you with that, and we'll see you on the inside.